I don't know how to explain any of this. What is up, guys? So today I asked you guys what you wanted to see, and you said either, well, I gave you two options. The one option was either a story time or a challenge video, and by the title you already know what it is. So let's just get into it, I guess. To give a little background, I went to a small town high school in rural Minnesota, and I went there pretty much my whole school career. I went there from like preschool to when I graduated. We couldn't start doing band until 5th grade, and we got to choose what kind of instrument we wanted to do. So I was choosing between two instruments that I really liked, which were the trumpet and the clarinet, and I ended up playing the clarinet. I probably would have picked trumpet, but the band teacher that I had to begin with, she said that I played the clarinet really well, so I picked it. I'm very indecisive. Like, whenever anyone gives me like any sort of advice, I usually just take it. So I was playing that. I played the clarinet all the way through, I want to say until like the end of 7th grade. We were supposed to be like learning them as we went along, and I never did. Mainly because I'm really bad at learning things and I'm really lazy, so that doesn't help. So after that, like around 8th grade, I met my best friend Anne, and she was the only person who played bass clarinet in my band. There was 4 sections of band, so it was like 6th grade band, 7th and 8th grade band, symphonic wind ensemble, and then concert band. My 8th grade year, I decided that I would play bass clarinet with her. Of course, I was second chair, was never really good at playing my instrument.
Oh, that's nasty.
I could have been better, but I didn't apply myself, is what I'm really trying to say. Now that I'm saying this out loud, it just makes me sound like a dick. I played bass clarinet the rest of the way through high school because I didn't like the clarinet by itself after I it's like when you hear people go like, once to go black, you never go back. That's gross. I hated that. We're not saying that. Cut that out of the video, Micheala. You're nasty.
I was told to leave this in the video, so I did. I'm sorry if I offend you. That was not my purpose.
It's like once I tried the bass clarinet, I couldn't go back from it. At the same time, I did marching band from like, I want to say either 8th or 9th grade to the end of my high school career. And my band conductor at the time, she did like 7th until the end of your band career. She was something else. She'd been at the school for a really long time. She is still there, I'm pretty sure. I graduated 2 years ago, so I don't really check up on things that way. And she was going on, I think for, I want to say tenure, but I don't know if that's right. I think she was going up for something where she would get like immunity. So she just stopped caring for my class. Not to mention my class was just awful in general. So like, I don't blame her for a few of the things she's done. It also didn't help that I was the most indecisive child in the whole entire world, and half the story is me. It's like on me, and it makes me look bad, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But the other part is just that she was kind of psychotic. The first year I did marching band, we did planets. I wasn't really good at playing my instrument, so I didn't want to do my instrument for band. This was like 8th grade, I think, and I decided I wanted to do color guard, but I don't have good hand-eye coordination, so I decided I would do banner. That's basically just holding the banner. I can show a picture. I have pictures. I'll put it in here.
I look fucking dumb.
It's basically just holding the school banner in front of the marching band. I did that for a year, and then I didn't want to do it again for reasons that shall remain anonymous in case of any backlash at me. I'm not trying to get people to hate me. I didn't want to do it again, so I decided I would play my clarinet the next year, and I did. That year we also went to New Orleans. Now, our school would take trips to places like, we went to New Orleans, the choir went to Chicago, the band and choir would kind of alternate years for trips. So I went to New Orleans with the band and with the band teacher, and this is kind of like the first taste of out of school crazy I got, other than just her being psycho during marching band in general. She was something else. I don't know how to explain any of this, but I was suggested it by Carla, so I decided I would do it anyway. So in New Orleans, we did a whole bunch of stuff. We played at the Sugar Bowl, and we went to this park where we played in like a pagoda or whatever. I don't know what it's called. But we played Bohemian Rhapsody in there. And first off, she made us just stand in the pagoda, like, and we all had to wear our band shirts. They had, I'll see if I can get a picture, but
this is the only picture I could find, and oh my god, I look horrible.
So we had to wear those and like black pants, and we had to stand there and play with our instruments, but she made us mark time the whole time. I don't know if I can show you what marking time is. Let me see if I can show you. Give me a second. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this very well, but it's fine. Marking time is basically like just moving your feet up and down. You have to keep your upper body straight and you can't move your head. She made us do that the entire time we were playing. Who does that? You would expect that it wouldn't hurt, but it does. I don't think if you were in marching band, you would realize that that hurt. You would get that. Plus, you're doing it in the world's most uncomfortable shoes called dinkles. Everyone who's in marching band remembers dinkles. They were absolutely awful. While we were in that park, also, before we played or after we played, I do not remember and I don't care. She found this homeless man sleeping on a bench and decided to get a picture with him while he was sleeping. What? Like what? There's so many more things that I can't think of right now from that trip. So that was my 9th grade year. And this was just an in general thing. No matter what weather it was outside, no matter if it was 70 something with a heat index of like 89, we couldn't dress down to marching parades. And our uniforms were wool. Wool uniforms in the summer. What? Whose idea was that? First off. And second off, why couldn't we dress down? She absolutely hated me. Blatantly just hated me. But then again, she hated a lot of kids in band. She's crazy. Kartz of the Caribbean. We did that one, and the band is like directed not by the director during marching band. It's directed by students who are drum majors. The drum majors, my year, were not my favorite people. I'm over it now. I don't have any beef with them. I just wasn't a fan of them during high school, mainly because neither of them were ever nice to me, so I didn't see a reason to be nice to them. Wow, I'm an asshole. I started out wanting to do, I thought I was going to be doing clarinet that year, and then I knew that the drum majors from the last year had graduated, so I figured I would give it a shot trying to be drum major. I never had any beef with anyone in general, so I figured why not give it a shot and just see if I can even get in, because I know my band director, she didn't like me. I knew that she didn't like me. I was very fully aware of that. So I told her that I would like to do it, and she said she would think about it. Me and Anne both applied, I guess, to be drum major, and she didn't choose Anne because Mormons can't do things on Sundays, like be in a parade. She didn't choose me because she hated me. I didn't do anything to her. So she chose 2 people to be the new drum majors from my class. I was never a fan of those people. I don't have beef with them. I don't have issues with them now, but I was never a fan of them in high school. They were never fans of me. One of them could not keep time to save their life, and then the other was gone 3/4 of the season because she was sick, and I'm fully aware that that is a perfectly fine thing, but I was annoyed because I was there at every parade except one, and that's because I had a family event. She wasn't there, and he couldn't keep time. That year, we also played in Orlando at Disney, the Magic Kingdom. My band director, she would go crazy in the band room over the smallest thing, and she would freak out if she didn't have coffee. Freak out. She would also get mad if you told her anything slightly bad, like if you were gonna be gone for something and you didn't tell her like 3 weeks ahead of time. She would have a bitch fit. I know all of this just makes me sound super shallow and super assholey, but I swear it's not me, it was her. If you even asked her for anything, she would just like tell you to ask someone else because she didn't want to deal with it. Which I understand now because I'm an adult. But still, you're in charge of looking over a bunch of kids that you're supposed to help with things related to band and stuff. And I asked her for help and she would just blow me off. Where's the tea? Right here. My senior year, she hated me the entire time, and it's fine, whatever. I gave her a card for my graduation party, like you give like all the teachers. I didn't think she was gonna show up, and I was correct. She did not. Let me add, by the way, she loved my sister. My sister was her star student, but she hated me. Like, how am I supposed to live up to that expectation? You can't expect me to be exactly like my sister. You can't. You can't. Then everything was fine. I graduated. So this is the reason Carla told me to make a story time anyway. I went to school I went to college in the big town around where I went to school. I lived in the dorms, so I was just hanging out on a Saturday morning. That day they were doing solo and ensemble contest at the college for the high school kids. I was there because me and my roommate, Francesca, didn't really do anything special. I just really worked other than going to school and doing homework and stuff. My friend Taylor was doing her solo, and my best friend Anne, her sister, was doing her solo too. And I think Anne by this time was in Idaho. I think Anne was in Idaho and her parents were like dropping her off or something. So I went to both of their solos because I wanted to hear both of them. I wanted to be there to support them. The solos for both of for my friend and for my best friend's sister were in the same room. They were like one right after each other. I sat down in the same row as my band teacher. My band teacher is like sitting maybe 2 chairs away from me. And she looks over and she's like, "Oh, Micheala, what are you doing here?" Like, not nice or anything. She's like, "Oh, Micheala, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just here to support for Alice and Taylor." And she was like, "Oh, don't have anything better to do on a Saturday, do ya?" And I was like, "What? That's so mean." Like, I knew she hated me, but you're gonna... I didn't even tell you the best part. After she said that, she was like, "That's sad." Who says that? That was like the last ever interaction I had with her because she's crazy. Who says that to someone? Don't have anything better to do on a Saturday, do ya? That's sad. Like, what? No! I'm here to support my friends, and you're being a bitch. Doesn't make sense. Hey guys, so I know I'm wearing a different outfit and I am fully aware that it is a different day, but I forgot to film an outro, so I'll just do it now. If you like the video, feel free to hit that like button, and if you want to see more content from me, hit that subscribe button and bop that little notification bell so you get notified every time I post. I know I haven't posted for a couple weeks. I'm sorry. Mental health, it's just fun shit. I'm trying to get back into it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming and sharing this time with me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!
Yeah!